And this past week, a Nintendo fan bought $40,000 of stock in Nintendo. And if you don't know what stock is, it has a lot to do with making money and gambling. You don't necessarily gamble, but like you throw your money into a stock and then you hope the stock does well. And if it does, then you get like a little richer. If it doesn't, then you just kind of threw away your money. But you know, it's not necessarily gambling. You can kind of like, you know, dictate through information how to kind of navigate the right and wrong stocks. But anyway, Nintendo stocks are never a bad thing because Nintendo is probably going to be around for a long time, and they have been around for like 100 years. This fan bought $40,000 in stock for a reason, though. The reason, you might ask, Lazy, why did this man do this? Why did he buy stock in Nintendo? Well, he had one specific reason. He had one reason. And that reason was to ask about F-Zero. He asked about F-Zero. And if you don't know what F-Zero is literally an old Nintendo racing property. In fact, it's probably the most difficult racing game ever. Because, man, when I played F-Zero, I said, I love this game, I love the characters, but I am probably never touching this game again because you really just die. You have no control on your speed, you just go and then you just hope to not crash into anything, but you're going to crash. Everything in F-Zero is designed so you really, really know how to play, and you struggle to keep your cart from literally crashing into the wall and dying. So this guy was a massive fan of F-Zero, and he literally bought a bunch of stocks just so he could be like, hey bro, what y'all doing with that property, man? I couldn't get to you guys on on tech support, so I had to buy stock just so I can get on this board meeting to ask you guys, what are you doing with my favorite franchise? Now, you might think, man, that's kind of extreme, right? Because he spent like $40,000, which makes me go, damn, dude, you couldn't spend that $40,000 on Lazy Satellite? That would have been goated, man. I would happily like force Nintendo to make that game, bro. For $40,000, holy shit, I'll do a lot of things, man. I'll do some strange things for a little change. I'm just kidding. But anyway, this was just an interesting thing because, like, we all have our own favorite franchises. But I don't know if I'm going to just drop like $30,000 just to ask, hey bro, where's Square Enix? Where's Legend of Dragoon remake, bro? I'm like, you really couldn't just call these guys up and kept bugging them? Or maybe even better, stalked one of the Nintendo employees and been like, hey bro, where's this game at, man? Just like any other crazed fan, bro. But like, he did it the right way. Not only does he have money in one of the most profitable companies, he got what he wanted. He got to, ask what exactly is happening with my favorite franchise. But I thought that was funny. I thought it was an interesting thing, and yeah. I don't even know how to approach that game. That game is so tough, man. If the Tabs creators don't release the update this year as I planned, I'm going to their office. I'm going to kick down her door. It's a woman who made Tabs, and I'm going to update the game myself, and anyone who tries to stop me, she'll face the backhand stronger than... Exactly! The way he has the plan to literally slap the shit out of the Tabs creator is actually genius. He has to spend no money. He literally just goes in like a crazed fan and just beats the hell out of her. Now that's more reasonable than $40,000. And I'm just kidding. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. But anyway, I don't think his idea was bad. I don't think his plan was really bad because he ultimately wins from this situation. I don't think Nintendo's going to come out with F-Zeros like that because they're too busy, meat riding Mario constantly. And recently they just started putting out a little bit of different games, like Kirby got a new release and I couldn't believe that. But the reality is, Nintendo's been meat riding Pokemon and Mario. Not only that, Pokemon is not necessarily owned by Nintendo. Nintendo has a certain amount of stocks for the Pokemon game company. But they've been meat riding that game for all of its existence. And they also been meat riding Zelda and Mario since they first came out with those properties. I don't think F-Zero is going to get any love because Nintendo's afraid to do... other things, right? They're like, the thing is, Mario and Zelda has been working so well, right? Anything you slap with Mario on it, it's going to most likely sell. That's why we have Mario like tennis, Mario soccer, Mario racing. We don't need all that, bro. Although Mario Kart is goated and also is Smash Bros. But anyway, it's just, the reality is that plumber who murders a bunch of turtles is just so profitable that not many people even think about F-Zero. Me personally, I like F-Zero. I like the characters. I like the TV show when I was growing up, bro. Captain Falcon is absolutely goated. Although I still hate that man in Smash Bros, bro. Anyone who uses that has no balls. I'm telling you, you are trash if you use Captain Falcon. You're just trash. You know it. But anyway, Mario has a new game with rabbits. Exactly. You know what's even worse? The gas prices are so high I will walk there. When the pimp has 3 successful bitches, Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon, you don't need any more people to pimp out if your entire income is made so that they're going to just keep you. Exactly. Like I said, Delazar has a very valid point that I touched on. Your Mario, Nintendo's the pimp, right? Nintendo's the pimp. And Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon are the employees, right? They call them other things. But for streaming purposes, I'm gonna call them employees. Nintendo is the pimp, and those 3 games are the money-making employees that stand on the corner and, bring in the cash, right? They lure in the fans, and then they go to their cars and, they do a lot of things, for that change, right? Some strange things for a little change. So the reality is, those 3 games make Nintendo so much money that they can just rehash those games constantly. Not only that, Nintendo has so much money in general from different things. Nintendo, people don't realize, started off as like a toy company. Now there's a massive video game conglomerate. But the reality is, it's kind of sad because Nintendo has a lot of properties. They can call back on a lot of properties. They release Kirby, but like, they don't release these things consistently, as if like they release Mario and Zelda and Pokemon. The reality is, they don't want to, because guess what? They make so much money on these 3 properties, and they can drip a little bit of new games from or a little bit of like older franchises, but those things get dripped in on the timeline, not necessarily consistently. I never said they had to be corner hosed. I just said that they had to be pimped out. They can have the air conditioning. It's just too hot to be outside right now. A brothel is not that expensive just to rent out. I mean, you're true. He's right. Maybe they don't have to stand on the street. Maybe Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon can actually just, can just lay on the bed and just get, dicked down by fans and Nintendo alike. It's just the reality.